Today we're going to be working into our abdominals and the back muscles. So if we overwork the abdominal muscles, the back can get weak. So we need to do opposing movements to challenge abdominals and back extensors. We will be working in levels, so starting with a low level to build up the foundations and then layering on top of those movements. So if the more advanced movements aren't for you, just go back to one of the slightly less challenging movements, so sort of the beginner level. We're also going to be working into the shoulders and the legs slightly as well. So we're going to begin sitting. Try to sit tall, so you might move the buttocks from underneath you, lengthening through the spine. We'll just start with rolling the shoulders up to the ears and around. Breathe in, breathe out. Just use this moment to focus your body, focus your mind into your body. On your out breath, begin to feel the core muscles engage and the spine lengthen. We'll just take one more big shoulder roll up to the ears, around, and then release the shoulders down. So they're not being held with tension, they're just resting. Holding the legs. As you exhale, tilt the pelvis under, drawing the abdominals in towards your center. Begin to stretch the arms. You inhale and then exhale. Draw those abdominals into your center line and return back up to sitting tall. And if you need to, you can pull on your legs there to just give yourself assistance. So 2 more times like this. Exhale, pelvic tilt, roll the pelvis under. Draw the abdominals in, rounding the spine. Inhale, the eye lines to the knees. Exhale, rolling back up. And breathe in, sit tall. One more, exhale. Inhale. And exhale to return. Now we're going to take the arms away from the legs, so building on this, exhale, posteriorly tilt the pelvis. That's like tucking your tail underneath you, drawing the abdominals in, possibly go a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. If you're like me and you've got a bit of a stiff back, then don't go quite so far. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale to hold, exhale, rolling back up. So it's really listening to your body and getting to that point of challenge, but the point where you can actually hold and not collapse down. Inhale, exhale, return back up. Now we're going to start to take full range all the way down. Posteriorly tilt the pelvis, so we're drawing the abs in. Thinking of each little vertebrae of your spine going down to the mat with control. Inhale to reach the arms back, and then exhale, peeling the spine back off the floor and breathe in. Now your challenge is to not do that little throw of your arms. So if you're like me and you've got a tight lumbar spine, that's always going to be tricky. So rolling down, we're going for 4. Inhale, reach. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, sit tall. If you need to hold the legs, do. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, reach. Feel that stretch. Exhale, rolling back up using abdominal strength. 2 more. Spinal articulation, rolling through that spine, controlling with your abdominal muscles, rolling back up, rolling down. This is our last one, vertebra by vertebrae, like a string of pearls. Breathe in, reach the arms, exhale, rolling up. Now you can either hold onto your legs, dropping the shoulders down your back, or if you've got the strength in your torso, take the arms forward. Now as we exhale, lift the chest up to the ceiling. Inhale, return. So if you're holding your legs, you just use your arms to assist you. Now we're exhaling so that you can draw your abdominals in. Inhale, return. So as you exhale, the abdominals draw together like a corset. And this keeps your pelvis really stable. So we're moving from our top of head through the neck and through the upper back. And return. To challenge, open the arms out as you do this. Exhale. Inhale. We'll go for 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. If you're struggling with the leg position, you can stretch your legs. Keep your pelvis still, so don't let your pelvis move back. The pelvis is vertical. And then bring your legs together and we'll all have straight legs. Great. Breathe in, arms forward. As we exhale, we'll take 8 counts to roll down to the floor. 8, 7, vertebra by vertebrae. 6, glue the legs together. 5, give the legs strength. 4, you're halfway. 3, slowly, slowly. 2, 1, and reach the arms back. Well done. Circle the arms around and bend your knees. Fantastic. So we've got the feet flat. Just check that your knees are in line with your hip bones. We'll just take a few little pelvic tilts. So tilt your pubic bone up. Feel the connection of your abdominals. This is where your back presses down on the floor. And then arch your back away and sort of feel how your abdominals stretch a little bit. Take this twice more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Come to rest between those 2 points. This is your neutral. Hip bones, pubic bone level. Inhale into your rib cage. As you exhale, connect your abdominals. So switch your core on, but your spine didn't move. So we're going to work with a basic leg movement first. Breathe out, lift your right leg. Breathe in, lower. Right leg again, 8 times. Now if you feel you need to put a towel under the back of your head, just so that your neck is in a little bit of better alignment, that's fine, you can do. 3 left. This is very basic, but your focus is to keep your hip bones and pubic bone level, and try to use your leg using your core muscles. And then change to the other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, return. So it's like your leg floats off the floor, the abdominals tighten. Inhale, return. As you do this, do you notice that your shoulders tense? Does your rib cage lift off the floor? So the rib cage should be heavy on the floor. You should feel the back of the ribs down and the shoulders nice and open and relaxed. And then your last one. Great work. Interlink the hands. Take the hands behind the back of the head. Now the elbows want to be open and wide, but not so much so that you get super tense in your shoulders. As we inhale, we prepare. Exhale, taking an upper body curl up. So you tighten those abdominals and peel the head and the shoulder blades off the floor. Now just check, you could put your fists between your chin and chest, and that's how it's going to stay. As we exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Right leg again. Lower. 6 more on the right. We're feeling the rib cage draw towards the hip bones. The abdominals pulling in tightly. 4. 3. Now if you've got tension in your neck, Just try lowering your chin a little bit, that might help. 2 and 1. Try and stay on that upper body curl up if you can. Left side, breathe out. 8 and 7. Keep that curl up. 6, don't let it lower. 5, good. 4, 3, keep the neutral pelvis. 2 and 1. Good, stay on that curl up if you can. Try and lift higher. Lift your right leg up. Rotate your right leg. Take your left hand past your thigh and little pulses like you're soaring your thigh with your left hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot, put the hand behind the head. Curl up high, breathe out. Lift the left leg, rotate, hand to thigh, little soaring actions. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind head, foot down, other side again. Curl up, right leg lift. This time make sure your hips and your legs stay still and twist. We've got 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hand behind head, rotate the other way, lift the other leg and pulse. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Keep the legs and pelvis still. 2 and 1. Hand behind head and lower the head down. Just do like a little head turn from right to left if you need to. Okay, so we're building on this movement. Take the legs out long, stretch them. Make sure you're not arching your back. Find your neutral pelvis and spine. Draw the shoulders down and away from you. Now you're going to flex your feet so your heels are pushing away and your toes are going up to the ceiling. As you exhale, lift your right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, lower. 6 more. Same principles. Keeping rib cage and hip bones level. So we're not twisting. We're not collapsing. Good, you've got 4 more. 4. Keep that rib cage heavy. 3. Feel the energy out through those legs. Like you've got a light shining through out through your heel. 2 and 1. Good. Change sides. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try to make sure that as you lift this leg, you're not rotating over. Yeah, you want to keep both sides of your body long. Feel as if both legs are reaching away from your pelvis and your core is wrapping around and drawing in. We've got 4 more. The arms are active, but they're not super tense. So think of your arms stretching. 2 and 1. Good work. Now bring your hands behind the back of your head. Take your upper body curl up. So as you exhale, curl up your head and shoulders. And now try and feel that your rib cage moves towards your hips a little bit more. Check that you've held your neutral pelvis. We've still got energy going out through those legs. And we're going to pulse that body towards our toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the right leg up. Little rotation to the right and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Are your hips level? Push the feet away from you. Legs are strong. 2, 1. Come center, keep the body up. Lower the right leg. Lift the left. Rotate. Pulse left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center, lower that leg, lower your head and shoulders. Let your head and neck just turn from right to left. Bend your knees in and let your legs rock from right to left if that feels good for you. Nicely done, fantastic work. Okay, so we're just now going to go into our glutes. Give our abdominals a little rest. Feet flat on the floor, knees in line with hips, arms by the side of your body. They have got an active stretch. Collarbones open. Begin with a posterior tilt, so draw the abdominals in, tilting your pubic bone up to the ceiling, like you're scooping your tummy. And now peel your buttocks, your waist, your ribs off of the floor so that you're resting on your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Ribs, waistline, pelvis. So we're still working into those abdominals here. You begin with that abdominal contraction, draw the abdominals in and together, then peel the spine, vertebra by vertebra by vertebrae. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll down. So this is challenge 1, you might stay with it. We're adding on. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, hold. Now you're going to activate your glutes. Lift your right leg to tabletop. Lower the right leg down. Right leg again. 8, down. 7, down. 6, keep reaching those arms. And 5, are both sides of your waist long. And 4, and 3, that left leg should really be feeling it. Glute active. 2, and 1. Good, both feet down, lift those hips up a little bit, that's where they should have been. Engage around your center, exhale, lift the left. 8, 7, 6, 5, good. 4, keep those hips lifted. 3, waistline long. 2, and 1. Roll the spine down, ribs, waist, pelvis. Good. Building onto this. Inhale, exhale, tilt, peel, roll your spine. Now your core muscles, ladies and gents, are going to be working really hard to hold your body in this position. Float the right leg up to tabletop. Stretch it up to the ceiling. So instead of having a bent leg, we lower it down straight. 1, lift it up straight. 2, 3, 4, keep that left side working. 5, 6, 2 left, keep the hips high. 7, and 8. Bend the leg, place the foot down. Where your hips high, activate your glutes. Draw the abdominals in. Left leg extend, lift it to the ceiling. Lower it down. 8, kick. 7, 6, 5, 4, keep the core connection. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower the foot down, roll your spine. Rib cage, waistline, pelvis. Okay, now to make it a little bit more challenging for our next set, option, feet together, knees together. So we've done what we call adduct the legs. You're going to feel this a little bit more in your glutes and hamstrings. If that's not for you, keep at hip distance apart. Peel the spine off the floor. Tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdominals, roll that spine up. Find that long line. Your inner thighs are active. Now, hold the line from armpit to hip. Imagine it's a straight line. There's my straight line. Flex at the hips and then lift up. Inhale, lower, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Challenge, keep those legs glued together. Now you could grab a yoga block, a towel, a Pilates ball, and put that between your knees. So if you're struggling, pop something between your knees and squash that something. 4, As you lift up, make sure the ribs don't lift super high. 2, hold at the top, hold it there, squeezing the legs together, rib cage to hip bone connection, and then roll down, ribs, waist, pelvis. Well done, great job. We're returning back to our abdominals, so we're taking the legs long. Push your heels away from you, reach your arms towards your ankles, and your palms are going to be up to the ceiling, so we get like an opening through the chest. As you exhale, curl up with your head and shoulders. Now we're going to lift your right leg up, point the toe. Engage your core muscles. Lift the left leg up, point the toe. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5. Lower the legs if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Lower the left leg first. Lower the right leg. Lower the upper body. So if that one's not for you, instead of lifting straight legs, you lift tabletop legs. Yeah, and you hold in tabletop. So here we go again. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, ribs to hips. Reach those arms to your toes. Left leg lifts. Right leg lifts. We hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze the legs together. 4, 3, 2. You can get there. 1. Lower one leg. Lower the other leg. Lower the head and shoulders. And again, inhale. Exhale, curl up. Feel the ribs move to the hips. Lift the legs together if you can. Hold. 8, 7, 6. Keep lifting higher. 5, 4. Abs in. 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs. Lower the body. We've got one more set in us. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Ribs to hips. Curl up as high as you can. You might go higher than me. Lift the legs and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold this time. Open your legs to a V close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. If that's not for you, knees and tabletop, open, close, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the legs, lower the head and shoulders. Great work. Very good. Oh, there's my puppy. Okay, from here, roll over to one side. Maggie wants to join us. When you're quite finished, you two, I would like to get started. Are you done? No. Okay. Are you done yet? Can I do it again? Can I do mine? So we're now going to start to work into the oblique muscles, and then we'll go into our back extensor muscles. So come into a forearm plank. You want to make sure your elbow is under your shoulder, and this shoulder is nice and strong, yeah, like you're sucking your humerus bone, the top of your arm bone, into that shoulder. Knees, just move them back slightly so that your knees are sort of in line with your hand. Inhale. As you exhale, we lift into our first kneeling side plank. Now, if you need to, you lower your hips down and then you rejoin us. For those of us that can, we're holding. And we want to think of your chest, your abdominals, your pelvis and your thighs pressing against a wall. Building onto this, take your top leg out and rotate it. So you're rotating your top leg in your hip so your heel goes to the floor. We're now going to bend that knee towards the ceiling and stretch it out. Bend and stretch. Now if you're struggling, pop your hip down and bend and stretch like this. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Keep pushing the floor away with your forearm. 1. Now take your top arm over your head so you're reaching your fingers and your toes in opposite directions. Elbow to knee. 8. And 7. Now if you can't do this, 6, you put your hip down. 5, but you're still trying to push the floor away with your forearm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, stay there if you can. Put your top foot down on the floor. Step into a full plank and take your arm up to the ceiling. Okay, now if this isn't for you, you've got your knees together and you're in a kneeling side plank. Sewing or threading the needle. Top arm sews through, you twist your shoulders through, and then we come back. We go for 7 more. 7. If you're in the full plank, 6. Good, keep pushing your forearm into the floor. 4. I missed out number 5. There's number 5 for you. 3 left. 3. Try to keep those hips lifted. 2. As you uncurl, reach up to the ceiling. And 1. Well done. Lower down. Come onto your front. Fantastic. So we're going to do what we call a diamond press. Your legs are in a V, so feel that strength through your legs. Take your fingers together and your elbows out to the side. So your arms make like a little diamond shape. Lower your body down so that your eye line's looking at the floor or your mat. Roll the shoulders down the back of the body. Breathe in. As you exhale, engage your core, so think navel to spine, and then lift up with your face and your chest, but keep your arms pressing down. So this is why it's called diamond press. And then return. As you breathe out, engage your core, lift up like your spine is lengthening from the floor. Inhale to return. Twice more. Breathing out. As you breathe out, think draw those abdominals up and away from the floor. The legs are active, they're strong. That feeling of reaching your legs from your pelvis. Now adding on. Bring your arms underneath your forehead. So fingers together, rest your forehead on your fingers. As you lift up, bring your arms with your upper body. So your elbows have lifted, your fingers are by your forehead, and come down. Lifting up and coming down. Feel that length, feel that stretch. I like to almost visualize I'm being stretched from my tippy toes out through the top of your head. Good. You might go back to the diamond press if that's for you. And now we're going to hold on that up position. So if you're in the diamond press, your forearms are still on the floor. If your hands are attached to your forehead, your elbows are lifted. From here, stretch your right arm forward. Fold it back under your head. Stretch your left arm forward, back under your head. If you're in the diamond press, you stretch your right arm so your fingertips touch the floor, and then you slide it back along the floor. Slide your fingertips along the floor, and return. You've got 4 more of whatever you're on. So this is number 4, number 4, number 3, keep those abdominals tight, 3, back of neck long, 2, so your eye line's looking down, not up. Last one, and then rest down. Well done. Push yourself up with your hands, just have a little stretch out, so buttocks to heels, reach out in that child's pose. Perhaps a little rib wriggle, uncurl up. So now you're going to go to your side planking on the other side. So get a good set up position first. Elbow under shoulder. Yes, you've got a vertical humerus bone, upper arm bone. This shoulder sucks into your torso. Your knees, they're just slightly back. As you exhale, lift up and imagine that your chest, let's just change my arm position, Chest, ribs, pelvis, thighs are in a straight line. Great job. Take your top leg out long. Your heel is rotated down. Yes, so I'll just come into shot a bit better. And now we're going to bend that knee in and stretch. In and stretch. So remember, if this one's not for you, you could lower your hips and you're just bending that knee, but we don't want to collapse into your shoulder. Yeah, this isn't going to do anything for you. Think of lifting up with your ribs, pushing the floor away. Good, now we're going to start to take the arm over the top of the head, elbow to knee. 8, reach, 7, reach, 6, keep your hips up, and 5, and 4. Now don't let your shoulder go up by your ear. 3, good, 2, and 1. Now you're either going to step into your full plank, take the arm up to the ceiling, or you're in your kneeling plank with threading the needle. Rotate the chest around and come back up. And 7. Come back up. And 6. Push the forearm into the floor and up. And 5. And up. Reach. And 4. Really stretch up to the sky. And 3. Keep those hips lifted. And 2. Good work. And 1. Well done. From here, lower your hips down. Come back onto your front. So we're going to work into our lower part of our back a little bit. Hands under forehead, like so. I'm just going to turn my head so you can hear me speaking. Legs are in a V. Abdominals are lifted, like the tail's reaching out to your heels. As you breathe out, lift your one leg away from the floor and lower down. Other leg lift and lower. Now, as you do these leg extensions, bring your mind and body focus to not moving the pelvis. When you lift your leg, do you feel your shoulders twist or tense? Your upper body should be nice and still. Your core is active. And the movement is in your hip joint. And you lengthen that leg away. Feel like your toes are paint brushes. And you're painting a lovely long line along the wall behind you. Adding on, both legs lift together and they lower down. Both legs lift and lower. Be aware we're not crunching in our lower back. Keep the abdominals supporting you. Great work. Now, last one. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Keep your legs grounded. As you breathe in, peel your spine up. So your upper body, your ribs now start to use the strength in your arms and you lift into your cobra. The abdominals are still supporting you. And then roll back down. Lifting up, breathing in and rolling down. Now as you roll down, we're going to combine the leg movement. So breathe in, lift. As you breathe out, it's like you've locked your muscles in and your legs lift up. Lift up with your arms. Lower down, lift your legs, like a little rocking boat. Now we're going to start to do a rocking action and you're going to catch yourself. Do watch if you're not sure what I mean. Rock forward, shoot your arms in front of you. Catch. Catch. The swan. We go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then lower down From there, roll yourself onto your back. We'll hug the knees into our tummy. Just take a moment to settle the body. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now we're going to keep the knees in nice and close, but take the arms out into a T shape. As you breathe out, let your knees roll over to the right. Keep your left shoulder down, and you can let those legs rest on the floor. Turn your head the opposite direction, and just hold as you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Allow the muscles to release the tension. And then as you exhale, draw those abdominals in, return the legs back center. So we're taking it the other way. So inhale. As you exhale, allow the knees to roll. Let your head turn the other way. Keep your shoulders on the floor. And just breathe into this release. And on your out breath, you exhale to bring the legs back in. Hug the knees in towards you and roll up. Thank you for joining me.